I have to admit I've had a little bit of a realisation today, and that is that I hate doing poetry readings on Waiheke. That is basically because a lot of my poems, or there's a book over there that basically describes most of my poems as being political poems, and I've often found on reading them on Waiheke, where we have such a lovely, harmonious community, especially in terms of crossing the Māori-Pākehā divide, that they often feel to me like they go down like lead balloons. So what I thought I'd do today is try to show that I'm not that one-sided and read half and half. So half of them are going to be political, and half of them, if I think I'm up to it and there's nobody in the audience who knows too much about what I'm reading, will be love poems. But we'll start with the political. Ka pai?
This one's called Community Board Brawl. There's trouble in the hen house. Feathers flying at Rooster Gate. They've hit the ground running, crowing, "We have the mandate!" Secret squawkings in the mangroves. A quick ring round on the run. Criteria scratched out in the turf, and then the deal is done. Beaks snapping, portfolios flapping, strutting round the patch. Puffed up, fluffed up egos, our golden girl's no match. She's been drowned out by the squawkus of this raucous caucus. And the rest of us are ruffled up in shock. Yes, there's trouble in the hen house, and they'd better pull their heads in. Yes, they'd better pull their heads in before they wind up on the block.
This has got to be the funnest way to spend an afternoon. Okay, next up we've got Jim, and we'll be very strict on the time today. So we've got Basil here is going to give us the hard eye if we're over 5 minutes. Off you go, Jim.
No problem. 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. I wrote this when I was on the West Bank. It's called Hebron. I am walking on the wall, dizzy from the soft breeze of orange blossom and rubble. It would be so easy to fall. The wall is narrower than expected, and the wind whips up a cocktail of distantly remembered acrid smoke and today's tear-gassed olives. On the honed edge of the wall's capstone, my feet begin to bleed. It would be much simpler just to dive into the certain comfort of a tribal embrace. But there are others up here along the wall, working to hold this equipoise. Perhaps if 10 of us achieved perfect balance at the same moment, the wall would vanish.
Yep, you guessed it. It seems that in the 1930s, the Crown put a road through one of Ngāti Whātua Ki Ōrake's only 2 cemeteries. And that, my dear, was Rautara Street. We used to joke about whether it was Rautara or whether it was Rautara, and I won't explain the difference for people who don't speak Māori. But now what I think, and I'm finding this more and more, and it won't be the last time I say this, I'm sure, we have no idea what was before our homes. Our backyards could all be full of bones, and all the Queen's horses and all the Queen's men will never put any of it together again.
Come live with me and be my love upon my old inherited farm, and I will offer rugby and TV and bleary eyes in the wee small hours while mist and moon and owls align outside. I'll know at nights we might see full moon rainbows in faintly tinted shades of silver. Come live with me and be my love upon this fecund patch of soil, and there will be dawns of cold blue light days of mud, and evenings softly sliced with shafts of golden green between the corded, crumpled hills, and sometimes a heavy dew. Come live with me and be my love in the house that I will build for you, and there will be rust and junk and old machines, and sky and rain and kids and love. Good, eh? Now, this next one.
Hard edges. This woman has hard edges. This woman's skin is cold to touch. This woman's walk is stiff. She wraps her leather jacket tight around her bones. This woman does lines on the kitchen table waiting for her man to come home, waits for the sound of the boot on the gravel and the key in the lock. This woman is chilling inside, and the chemical sliding in back of her mouth brings no warmth. It makes the minutes stack like bony white logs on the wood pile inside her head, waiting for her man to come home, knowing he'll bring no fire, dead and cold like her. They'll sit and chill till the sun flashes through the cracks in the shades, till they've run out of words and they've run out of speed, and even the sun brings no fire.
On Saturdays, the girl with the Waiheke-shaped pounamu learns a new language. She drives past the Causeway Sports Club, rams, balls bulging, past the mansion betches, man's balls bulging, the beaches, the council breaching signs for Ostend Market and Tahi Road's steely teeth. She drives the gravel tongue, gorse in her throat. She is learning a new language. Song of myself plays along the Onetangi highway. Two hawks fly the lines, too loud to say in the house. But here, the ring is an amphitheatre. The vineyards applaud her appearance. The green curtains part and she enters stage left. She wraps her hands in a pink soliloquy, flicking patios in the mirror. Mat, trang, jab. Mat wiyang sang, hook. Sock clap, spinning elbow. Mat wiyang club, spinning back fist. She is learning a new language. Her toes pirouette through black elastic sleeves. Her tongue makes way for the black moulded mouthguard. She is learning. A new language gathers in the archipelago of words strung around her throat. She chants them through her core, belly to shoulder, arms to wrist, during the Wai Kru Ram Moi. Starry wet tea towel flicks through hips, quads, thighs. Song comes in rapid bursts. Kau trung, straight knee strike. Tea tut, roundhouse kick. Thip trung, straight foot thrust. Krado tea, jump kick. Parenthesis to the fury of fists. Chock, chock, chock. On Saturdays, she learns a new language.
Let's begin and check again. Let's begin, check within. Let's begin and check again. It's in the mouth, fake smiles, downward pulling of the lips, contemptuous eyes won't disguise. It's the breakdown of the hips to suit the time, move and rhyme, use the body where it fits. It's truth's demise, make little white lies, which make success a hit and miss. It's silent thoughts, the way we dream. And then forget what we've seen. It's what we have become, ecologically numb. It's what we have become, ecologically dumb. It's forgetting the instinct when that is what we are. It's forgetting how to walk because you've always drove a car. It's the losing of this planet, this consciousness, this star. It's the breakdown of the senses and we've just gone too far. It's forgetting to put time and context with the place. It's forgetting the joys associated with our race. So remember now this planet, this consciousness, this star. Remember all the senses that make you who you are.